Shalom Yasharallah. First and foremost, I want to say all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakah HaKodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of the house of David. Salutations to you, brothers, throughout the four corners of the earth, teaching the truth in righteousness and sincerity. To you, Israelite foreigners, come back home to the truth. To those that passed on, serving the Lord, the dead, and Yahweh Shai shall arise first. To you, sisters who believe, keep encouraging and supporting your brothers out here teaching this truth, and always commemorate the sister who washed Yahweh Shai feet when you read the scriptures. All right, I want to do this video because I was watching over the weekend. I had read about something Puka Nacua, star wide receiver for the Rams, the Los Angeles Rams, did that was supposedly anti-Semitic. But I had so much trouble finding, because at first they were saying that he did it in the game. They were saying he did. I mean, they implied he did it. They never said he did it in the game, but they implied. But they were saying he did a gesture that was anti-Semitic. So then I found out, no, he did it on a podcast. And then when you dig deeper into the situation, come to find out, he was on a Jewish person's podcast. And that Jewish person was the one that told him to do that gesture. So just to be specific, the gesture is called the Happy Merchant. What is the Happy Merchant? It's going like this. So, supposedly that's an anti-Semitic gesture. But digging a little deeper into the situation, first off, what is Semitic? For you to be anti-Semitic, what is Semitic? Semitic is a descendant of Shem. Well, Puka Nacua is likely a Japhite, but nonetheless, he is, I wouldn't say he's Semitic, but there are people that have been called anti-Semitic that are Semitic themselves. White people are Semitic. Black and Latino people and Native Americans are Semitic. Arabic people are Semitic. Orientals are Semitic. We are all descended from Shem. Assyrians, we are all Semitic. So, to begin with, you got to be specific about that word, because you're calling people anti what they are. But if you're going to say, let's say anti-Jewish, right? If you're going to say that what Puka Nacua did was anti-Jewish, you may have a point, but how so? How is it anti-Jewish? The notion that Jewish people are greedy and they're money hungry, and the whole rubbing your hands together maliciously. I hate to tell you, Jewish people, but you are kind of known for your greed. Not saying it's necessarily true. I mean, at the end of the day, the truth of the matter is that knowing the law very well gives them a competitive advantage. But it's an unfair competitive advantage when you try to make it a secret, because that's how they get it done, right? You had all those Jewish people that were caught up in that scandal in South Jersey in Ocean County because they were taking advantage of the system, because it comes with chances that you're taking, right? You guys take advantage of welfare, Section 8, WIC, and when you really break it all down, y'all don't need help. You just use it as a competitive advantage. So a new Jewish family, right? You just got married, you're moving away from your mother and your father. right? You move to your new apartment. Your new apartment is under the wife's name because your marriage is not recognized legally. It's only recognized in the Jewish religion, right? So it's recognized without paperwork from the United States government. Y'all don't have to say by the power vested in me by the state of Ohio or whatever. So it gives you competitive advantages because on paper, your wife is single. It gives you a competitive advantage. We don't get that competitive advantage. You know, because we don't have the trust among each other that y'all got. Your marriage is a recognized marriage on paper. Is not actually recognized on paper. Among other things. I mean, I'm not going to sit here and tell everybody their secrets. But the real problem with anybody talking about Jewish people stacking money isn't that it's an insult. It's actually a compliment. But the reason why they don't want that information getting out there is then people are going to wonder, how do they get all that? Especially in this world that's all fucked up financially. Everybody wants to know, how do I gain a competitive financial advantage? Well, what do Jewish people do? They stack money. How do they stack money? You know, they dive for pennies. They will really dive. Old Jewish guys with bad backs will bend for a penny. Pause. That's not a stereotype. That's actually what they do. They will bend down for a penny. Anything that will give them a financial advantage, they will do. And they know how to do it because they're well trained, because they know the law. Jewish lawyers, they're great because they know the law. They know exactly how to take advantage and bend the law. They know how to do it. It's not an insult. That's just what they know how to do. That's a competitive advantage that they have had, you know, since forever. It's not a knock on them. That's just what they know how to do. That's a talent. Just like manipulating people is a talent. You got people that can galvanize people to do things that are wrong. That's a terrible talent to have, but it is a talent. You know, so what must be done is we have to call attention to this, because this isn't far off from the truth. It's not far off from the truth. All it is that you guys just know how to manipulate things and systems and laws and use laws against themselves. That's not a statement made to hurt you. That's just me. It's like saying Indian people are great mathematicians. Y'all are. You know? It's a talent that you have. You know, but to call everything, and that's what it is. Like the main thing that I want to impress upon you brothers out here, and it's truth that are watching this video, is that when a lot of times when they are using the word anti-Semitism, they're not calling out somebody who has discriminated against a Jewish person. What they're doing is they're demonizing people who let the world know, hey, these people have a competitive advantage over the rest of the world. That's all it is. It's a tactic to hide in plain sight. It's a tactic to say, hey, we know how to get money, but the world shouldn't know that we know how to get money. See, when black and brown people, we get money, we like to flaunt it. We like to tell the world, hey, we got money. Jewish people, they don't do that shit. Jewish people, all they do is stack money and help their family, help their people out. like we should be doing. There are things that black and brown people should do, but I'm sorry, we're too dumb and we're too caught up in trying to be better, than outdo each other, to properly take advantage or use their competitive advantages. You know, look how they've turned tragedy to triumph. They turned a Holocaust, which I'm not going to go into, you know, things I know about it, but they've turned the Holocaust into a vehicle for them to rise above poverty. We haven't been able to turn chattel slavery into shit. You know? But anyway, I hope this video is not taken the wrong way, but there will be people that will understand exactly what I'm talking about, but still say that I'm anti-Semitic, even though I myself am Semitic, even though I'm an Israelite, even though nothing I said is really wrong. But with that, I'm going to say shalom.